Welcome back to match day number 9 of the ESL Pro League North American Division. We're currently halfway through our first series of games for the day, currently looking at compLexity up against eUnited. With eUnited taking out map number 1 on Mirage, we now look forward to Cache, where you've called the eUnited 2-0.
Yeah, I feel like compLexity just haven't really showed up today. Maybe they will sort of turn things on, and especially on a map like Cache, which I haven't seen eUnited play before. There's definitely an opportunity for compLexity to come away with this one and make it a acceptable 1-1 split, but I'm backing eUnited. I just like how they're looking today.
Yeah, I'm certainly liking how they're looking as well. So, look, I think they can do fairly well, but we all know that we'll be watching them, the world will be watching them. And the world can watch you as well with Intel. Get yourself an Intel processor, record, game, and stream without compromise. We could, do you stream, Pilly?
No, my internet's always been too bad, but I'm about to get
I think the
FTTP,
real problem is
so
your processor's been too bad. You should get an Intel processor.
I have an Intel processor.
Get a new one. It's clearly the thing. That'd be fun. I'd be down for some Pilly streams. What would you stream?
Probably StarCraft, to be honest.
It's not the answer we were looking for.
Counter-Strike. I love Counter-Strike.
You can
it's
try
my favorite game.
Try next week on Pro League Jeopardy, where that wasn't the answer we wanted. Sorry, but next contestant? No, that'll all be good fun. I'd watch you. I don't know nothing about StarCraft, but I'll watch you stream StarCraft. But in the meantime, we need to go back to watching compLexity and eUnited.
True.
So now moving into Cache. I mean, the problem on that, well, there were several problems for compLexity on the first map, but the big one that you mentioned that we should highlight is that Shazam and Android were really not there. They just didn't have an opportunity to get many frags, and the ones they did get, well, I mean, the ones they were presented with weren't able to convert. So I think Shazam got like 7 or 8 throughout the whole map, something like that. Not many. So pretty rough. Those are two players who normally have a good time on compLexity. Android in particular, when we watched them yesterday in Pro League, was playing very well.
I mean, no one played particularly well on compLexity. You could say that Stanislaw kind of did, but the role that he played doesn't make his score look impressive or whatever. But all the kills that he was getting was super important. Like, he was getting kills in the 3-on-3s, the 3-on-4s and stuff like that in the mid-round, where he's taking out the player on the other side of the map to be able to convert the rotate. He was able to come in on the post plants a lot of the time and get a lot of those important kills to be able to actually put rounds on the board, like directly.
Well, he got 3Ks back-to-back in rounds 15 and 16. In the final round of the half, pushed into CT and got a 3K. And then in the pistol round, he was running around like a NASCAR. They don't run, but speeding around like a NASCAR, just killing everyone.
And then even in the CT gun rounds, he was getting like 1 or 2 in like the 2-on-2 post plants that they needed to win to stay in the game. So, yeah, I'd say Stanislaw playing up to at least a decent standard. It feels crazy that there was like a point in that major qualifier and in the major or whatever, especially the major qualifier though. Can't remember which stage it was because I don't know the names of them anymore, but you know, just before the legend stage, the top 16 or whatever.
It's like Challenger,
they were like
Legend, New Legend, Champion stage. I'm actually not sure exactly how it works.
They were like, compLexity had like 4 players in like the top 10 rated players over the whole thing, and then in a random like, you know, Pro League match, they can't sort of turn up and play it at the same sort of standard. So
I mean, it's online CS. You take it less. You could take it less seriously. I know that there's been discussions for and against online CS for a long time, but something else you need to look at, Pilly. I know you're not a betting man, but if you had to give me odds for this game, what would they be? Just so we can see how wrong you are when we have a look at the Betway odds in a sec.
I'm imagining that compLexity are going to have better odds, but I would always back eUnited to win this one probably.
What do you reckon? 3-1? 2-1?
3-1. Oh no, they'd always be close, man. Like it would always be like one would be like 1.5 or something, and one would be like 2.2 or 2.3.
Let's have a look at the Betway odds, shall we, and see how close you are. I refuse to believe that you didn't go and look at those.
I didn't.
I know you didn't.
It's
I'm
obvious.
aware you didn't.
It's obvious. That's always what it is. Everyone's always like, compLexity are gonna win, but eUnited could probably beat them, and it's like, yeah, whatever. Everyone already knew that.
All right. Well, apparently Pilly is in tune with the Betway.
Yeah.
Is your name actually Rob4?
No.
Just thought I'd check.
No, nowhere near as handsome or as good at presenting or as entertaining. What's the point? Why am I here?
Rob4, apparently we need you. We need to replace Pilly with you. So if you're interested,
please
come
don't.
and be Pilly.
Please, this is all I have.
It's all right, Pilly. We'll keep you. We like you. You can stay.
Thanks. Definitely your decision to make, Tim. You're
Oh,
the guy
100%.
who
Yeah, dude.
me.
Yeah, 100%. It's my call. See, this is the dude.
You're the puppet master behind the scenes, but instead of like controlling other people, you put yourself in the spotlight.
You know that casters do everything. We can start the game.
Yep.
You know, we can choose when talent gets high.
Yeah, when people in Twitch chat say, shut up, start the game, we literally look at those words, and that's why the game starts shortly after. It's all us.
Yeah, 100%. We know and can control everything. But hopefully moving into Cache pretty shortly, moving away from all the things that we definitely do have control of, and yeah, 100%.
Very little.
Yeah, look.
In general.
We're doing it.
Esports related and not esports related.
It's time. You doing all right over there? You seem to be having a bit of a crisis of conscience today.
I could be run over by a helicopter at any moment.
In the studio?
Yeah, I'm right next to a wall. We need a more centralized casting location. Can we move? We're on the side of the building. This is dangerous.
All right. Well, Pilly's scared of helicopters. Do you think compLexity is scared of Cache?
They should be, with how they played in the last one. Fun fact, Tim.
I'm ready to have fun.
Most helicopter-related accidents... Stop laughing.
I thought you were going to say something about compLexity.
People trying to duck away from the overhead rotary blades and running into the sail. Yep.
I've heard that before. Oh, boy. Well, compLexity going to get that CT start here. Pop flash into A main. But they're going to spot an awful lot of players there. So they're going to try and go for this. But Ace is already out. Android's fully blind. Gets a kill, though. But the rest of eUnited are there very, very quickly. They've got smokes down as well to allow them access to that bomb site. Relics with the P250 doing some good damage. There's Dazzle with a quick 2. And the Dink destroying them. That was sharp from Dazzle. eUnited, quick pistol out and away.
Yikes, Tim.
I'm scared. It's Halloween. This is spooky season. That was a big yikes.
Mommy. Help.
It's the weirdest pronunciation of mummy I've ever heard. Mommy?
Yeah.
All right. Sure. Why not, Pilly? T's going for 3 rifles here.
You like that, Tim? You like that? Check to see if they're running towards vent.
I did. I saw that.
Nice.
It's there. Got to make sure they're not pushing mid on you. Instead, they're all going to sit highway.
There's no one close left side mid. So maybe they're going to go out into mid. But uh-oh. It's B. They're going B. Forget about it.
I'm not going to continue this.
Do.
Let's see how many Moose gets. 3. Loses control of it and loses the AK though, so probably a bit risky, but let's see if... Ooh, Dapper's already on the hunt. He'll be able to recover it. There we go. 1 down and both, and that's the AK back in their hands.
See, when you watch like Premier Lance, the pros make it look so easy to like spray everyone down anti-eco. Like they control their recoil so well.
It's so hard.
Yeah, it's not real. It's not a real thing.
That's actually insane.
That was alright.
Alright, well, you can just continue hating everything.
Will do.
Why don't you do better?
I can't.
I don't know.
Physically incapable. Brain does not aim well.
It's true, I don't.
Oh man, I just realised how ironic your name was.
Really? You're gonna go there? You're gonna do it? You're gonna do me like that? I already hear enough of that. I didn't need you to
I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. There must be a storm in your brain. That's why it's not working right.
Amazed that's brain miss.
Maybe it didn't.
And also, Pilly, I don't want to hear it. Okay? Don't want to hear this abuse.
Look at Def. You can't stand on that light. Imagine if you tried to do that in real life. That would not work.
I mean, there's a lot of...
Shut it down.
Throw the whole game out. Start again.
I want a new one.
Literally unplayable. Can't be doing this.
Literally
Put the whole game in the bin. We got to start over. Sorry, guys. You can't actually stand on a light like that. Well, eUnited not even bothering to look at that light or going to check it, but there's 2 players inside. Checkers here. Crossfire is good. It's going to work out for them. Shazam coming in from heaven as well to help clean up. So into a 2 versus 3 now. Ace has to make this play by himself here. He does have a teammate lurking in from mid, but in the meantime, he's got to survive by himself, and Moose is going to get caught out. Def too aware. That puts 8 in a very difficult position now, trying to convert a 1 versus 3. M4 in hand. He'll be able to move down into headshot, and they haven't spotted him just yet, but the fading smoke will give him away. Triple peak will come through. Nothing that Ace can do about that one. Good gun round from compLexity. Getting on the board nice and early here in Cache. Losing only the pistol and the following anti-eco before getting around on the board.
Well, nice to see them come away with their first gun round. This is going to be a bit of a closer one, Timothy.
You still believe?
I believe it's going to be a closer game.
That's not what I asked. I said, do you believe, as in eUnited, like you said?
Believe in life after love.
In a thing called love? I mean, what else can we fit in?
Don't know. There's not much more room in my heart.
We should probably talk about Counter-Strike and not do this.
I did talk about Counter-Strike. I said that was a great little gun round for compLexity to win. Nothing's happened yet. What do you want me to talk about? Ace has got an all. I guess that's worth talking about. Both teams have got a lot of utility. eUnited spread out in the formation of "Don't push me, bro."
Try it and see what happens. Could you say that they're close to the edge? Is that why you shouldn't push them?
No.
Alright, fine.
They're all fairly centralized.
Why must you ruin my fun like this? I don't even know if you got that or not, but it's fine.
I did.
Okay, you're just choosing to ruin my fun. I'm not sure which is worse. Molly and Odense will force Android out. But eUnited want to go A here. Actually, no, I lied to you. I haven't decided where they're going yet. They want to take mid for now. But there's 2 players stacked up at highway. Does look like it's going to be the committal into B, though. Maybe getting in through vents. 2 players playing backside for compLexity.
What util they've got left? 2 mollies and nades. So
That's what I was just about to look at, yeah.
we'll see how that goes for them.
So
I don't
they
know
can hold off a push, but not really prevent it.
Yeah, but they might not be able to drop the mollies at the appropriate times. I suppose they are actually ready for it. They dropped them beautifully. Really well timed. Oh my god, that smoke is terrible for eUnited. They put out the molly, but you can't run through checker now.
No, you can't at all. And the rotation's coming in already for compLexity. 15 seconds left. They know it has to be a B-side hit.
What a
Flashbang
flash.
is perfect. Easy cleanup for Stan. All left up to Ace, who will get the 1 frag at least, but will be traded. 3 players stay alive and AWP recovered for compLexity.
What a B defense. They dropped the mollies at the perfect time. The panic smoke onto the Molotov creates pretty much a wall that you can't run through, so you're all trying to filter through B main. The pop flash comes out. Ugh. So nice.
Much better from compLexity. That said, their CT side on their last map was much better than their T as well.
I was already saying, like, I haven't seen eUnited play this map yet, and so far, I'm not too impressed.
And the pistol was good.
Yeah, that's true. You can have a good pistol on a map that you're not true. You're not good at, though.
But you're not true.
But
Always make sure to be true in the maps that you play, guys.
True in your heart.
Yeah.
And your aim will be true.
Well, there's Dapper getting 1, but...
Stanisla's looking sharp, man.
Again. He is. He's playing really well today. Going to be able to recover the AK-47 as well. So eUnited.
Kind of slow would he be?
A Stenny.
Cabbage?
Oh, okay.
That's where we're going with this, is it?
Yes. Well, I mean, you're going to call him coleslaw? Because I wouldn't. Wouldn't do that to the man. eUnited back on the gun round now. Moves without utility, but the rest of the team have enough to make this serviceable. Going for a full mid-take. The smoke there into the molly as well.
They're going fast. It's going to be Stanislaw at the sandbag, isn't it?
Well, Ye's here as well. Android shooting the sky.
Just warning shot.
Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to mask the noise of a flashbang, doing that with a silenced gun probably isn't the way forward. Stanislaw, 98 damage, but can't convert the spray. Heroes is 4, the first favourable round in a while for eUnited.
Yeah, they found themselves at 4-on-3. Def's on the A bomb site, so he's not likely to push. They got orbs on both bomb sites, and Android's just going to run around between both of them. And the main question is going to be, Tim, with the limited utility that eUnited has, how many of them are going to get shot by the AWPer trying to cross to the bomb site? And the answer to that question is going to be a direct correlation with how well this round goes for eUnited.
So what you're saying is that depending on how many players get shot, that will affect how likely they are to win the round.
According to Kevin, we have to call Stanislaw a mad fragger now.
Mad fragger. Right. Sure. Mad fragger he is, but see how good he can be in future rounds. He's not alive in this one. There is that smoke there. That'll force Shazam out. Does have a molly he can drop on the site, though, and given how low Ace is, and given how little time there is left, that could deny a bomb plant at least for a little while, but there's no more smokes either.
Oh, Ace is very low, so the second this molly gets dropped down, he won't be able to plant the bomb.
Yep.
Oh my god.
He's going to get it down. He'll get
falling
it down.
off the box is actually what stops that. That's crazy. And he gets away.
That would have been a free kill if Shazam had thrown that even half a second earlier. Well, maybe not, a little bit earlier than that, but still, doesn't matter. The bomb will be down. Ace.
Rough.
2 HP, he's able to get away with a kill. Shazam goes for a bit of an unlikely flick. Dapper finds Android through the smoke as well. And Def,
But
savior of UKCS, saving it up.
look at the money. compLexity stringing some pretty convincing rounds together will mean that they will be able to lose this round and still be able to buy, even though it's so early in the half.
Well, we
Good job.
got a decent buy together. Not a great one, but a decent one. Have to go with that head armor on a couple of players. That's some utility on them as well. Either that or they'll have to sacrifice M4s to go for SMGs. They can get a drop out of Def, which will allow them to actually get 4 M4s out, okay, but they are going to be pretty low on the old utility. Stan dropped a gun, so he's able to go some utility behind it, but I mean, it's not too bad a buy, really. The only thing is only 1 or 2 kits.
It's a good buy. The opposite of a bad buy.
I'm so glad I have you here to help me clarify these issues for the viewers.
eUnited just chilling, waiting for some pushes. compLexity's looking like they might try and go towards A main control. Wow, what a flash. That's gone very badly for compLexity. This has gone very badly, indeed.
Indeed. Moose was there on the trade. Def's able to recover it for now, but using all of his utility in an attempt to delay a push that eUnited aren't actually making yet.
Yeah, he kind of has to. He needs to get out of there. Wow, that's ballsy.
He goes back to the AWP and he's going to push Squeaky.
Because they killed the Squeaky player, and they
Yeah.
know that eUnited was in a bit of a default.
That's incredibly gutsy. Squeaky is open.
Very smart, really.
Will they be ready for that? They do know they shot Squeaky before they left, so they're not ready for it. Def grabs one and is able to fall away as well.
If he's on the bomb site, he doesn't get that kill.
And now he's able to sit here and spam. Not going to hit anything just yet, but he doesn't really have to do anything here. Him being in that situation just means that eUnited have nowhere near as much freedom as they otherwise would on this bomb site.
This off angle from Ace, though.
Oh, it's pretty good. He's actually even hiding behind a smoke here. 3 players coming from truck. The crossfire is pretty decent. They line up for Ace. They're able to find 2. 2 versus 2, and they know where 1 is. Android coming through from truck as well. But that bomb time is ticking further and further. Dapper's got an excellent angle. That fake flash, the pistol could have given him away. Makes some noise there. But still,
That was the point.
no
That
time.
was the idea. Yeah, no time. The positioning from eUnited was very, very good in that round.
Def's able to grab the final kill though, so everyone dies, but they win the round.
Yeah, the money's pretty cooked for compLexity now. They did a good job holding on to a lot of monies, but you just can't keep losing rounds. Eventually, you're going to run out of juice.
Out of cash.
Yep.
Cash dollars. Yeah, we're only 7 rounds in, so not really been a lot of time for either team to build up too much money just yet. You can see that the reinvestment from eUnited does use up most of their dollars. But in the same sense as you said, the money from compLexity is cooked. It's just pistols for the players who didn't save a gun. Stanislaw runs in through mid, hits a dink. 92 damage done to Dazzle, but he can't quite convert the kill. They're going to boost Def up with the AWP as well. This man making plays. Look at him go. This is the shot, though. Now they know where the AWP is. Only one other saved gun they've got to find. In fact, I believe they've already found it as Android. Already gotten a kill with that thing. He's going to get tagged down pretty low. This is a dangerous play to be making 1 by 1 for eUnited here. Very risky business. A lot of knee slides on carpet. Ace could have had a collateral there, but instead just going for the quick shots. Can't convert. Yay. Who's going to grab the AWP? 1 versus 3, though. Not a lot of chance for him to make this work. He's already being flanked out. Dazzle's going to find it easy as you like and grab that AWP again.
But compLexity will be able to go straight into another buy. I mean, sort of 2 guns saved over in the last makes that round more competitive than it might have been.
1 kill for each gun that was saved is reasonable, even though, you know, one of them was a pistol kill. But hey, it's fine. eUnited, though, starting off with a bit of a lead here. 2 rounds up, looking to make it 3. Going to throw a flash over mid in order to get some presence out there early on, but counter grenades are good from compLexity. Dazzle will be able to get out, though, and Ace is just waiting for that exact jump, but he looked away from it, shot at the wrong moment. Gets tagged for 90 instead. Looking the right way, but wasn't able to convert the frag, so eUnited are going to come out a little bit worse for wear there. Dazzle's found his way out into mid, but Shazam, you've heard this. Certainly holding the angle and looking for it. Needs to be a flash over for Dazzle here if he's going to go for it. Ace is up on boost, holding that angle.
Yeah, this slow creeping T side has been pretty good from eUnited. It's been great at catching off the aggression, but this time it works out for compLexity. They win the 2 duels in A main and middle, and Def's still pushing A main. He's got complete control of that. So this time, all is not well for eUnited. I'm surprised that the pop flash to B main actually came out. Man, this is so weird. compLexity are up in a 5-on-3 and they just keep pushing.
And they've just lost so many players. I mean,
Def's got the bomb though, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Def's got the bomb somehow. Will they be ready for that?
It's very strange to me.
I suspect not. Nope, they will not be ready at all. Dapper's now got to fight this one, and Def spotted him walking away. So it's easy for Def. Quick cleanup, grabs an AK as well.
It was a great round from him, but...
Some weird rounds though in general.
Yeah, very damaging to the economy to be losing extra players trying to push different parts of the map. I suppose you expect once eUnited get picked in 2 different parts of the map, then they're gonna sort of try to group up and try to move around a little bit. And it's a bit weird that they just stay put and they just don't really do anything. I suppose maybe that's what caught compLexity off guard a little bit, but even so. See how this round goes for eUnited. They have got a bit of a lackluster purchase. It's actually Dapper on the AWP.
Why wouldn't it be? Guess it can work. He's the boost player. Ace hoping to take A main control here. Gonna boost Def up behind red as well. There's 3 players on A. This is a pretty strong hold for compLexity. If eUnited do commit this way, they've got pretty much no utility to make this work as well. It's just the 1 set on boost now. Very difficult for them to make something work here, but they're going to try it. Looks like Relics to be the first one out. First point of contact with that Desert Eagle in hand, but Def plays in wait. Spots one out, gets himself away, but the molly and the flash there instantly. Moose still finds the spam kill there, and Relics with his Eagle. Now it's Ye trying to fight, gets one with the Molotov, but taken down. Somehow the 3 stack on the bomb side, on the A bomb side for compLexity has been completely dismantled. eUnited going to get in, get upgrades to their guns, and get the bomb down. Ace as well spots out the player towards Truck. And Moose waits for Android. All on Stanislaw now. Kevin says it's a mad fragger. Let's see what he's got. Unfortunately, Ace gets over the top of the smoke. Diffuses what could have been a potentially dangerous situation. eUnited take their 6th.
A hard reset on compLexity's economy as well.
Ouch.
So they're going to buy. Even if they do beat eUnited in this round, though, if eUnited get the bomb plant down, then they'll all be able to buy up again, except for maybe Dapper. Even if they don't, it's possible they could still buy.
Flash out in the mid. No smoke this time, so that should give them a pretty good clue that compLexity are, in fact, on the eco. As every single round that Col have played mid, they've smoked it down.
Very close one from Ace.
Another very close one from Ace, but not going to land anything. Should have a pretty good idea of what's coming though, and already they're heading over towards B. Android's here with the Deagle. Does have Stanislaw rotating over to help him out. In fact, 3 players from compLexity now will be on this B bomb site by the time eUnited arrive, and Android's been given a lot of space to work with. He's found a first crisp 1 dig and a quite couple tags as well. Dazzle's able to convert that frag, but Stan not quite going to make it inside.
eUnited's really slowing it down though, waiting for the pushes through the smokes, as well as Ace waiting for this push on the flank.
Boy. 99 in 1 with an AWP.
He's alright. He got it done. Dazzle spams one through checkers as well. Good stuff from eUnited. Nice little anti-force buy. You don't want to be losing to pistols, as we well know, being residents of this great country.
It happens a few times. A little bit. Just a fraction. Ace is already ready for this push coming in. If it actually does indeed become a push. They're playing a pretty dangerous game here. Ye's hearing all of this, and he's going to go back into T to try and catch them out, get rid of some of these guns. But at the moment, 4 players up, and I don't think Ye's going to make it around this corner. He goes for a run, but Ace is waiting. That's easy as you like from him. So in the end, Stan saves a Deagle and some armor. Only 1 player goes down for eUnited. That's pretty much going to establish their economy here. A tactical pause for Cole.
Yeah, they've had some nice rounds, especially that first gun round that they had was great, but since then it feels like eUnited has been really in control of this game, really sort of running their standard default, their game plan, and then just whatever mid-round call that they make usually works quite well for them. The only times complexity really able to make inroads in terms of making this game competitive is, I feel, when they get a little bit more aggressive and someone frags out, like Def pushing A main. And that's not really a consistent way of winning rounds, especially against the eUnited style of this game so far, where they just really spread out, really hold all the extremities of the map and use their utility to try to take some mid control or get into checker, try to clear out A main or whatever.
Pistols here for complexity and a rush into B. Dapper waiting for it. Flashbang not going to be enough. Going to get the first two, not quite the third. Commits for a long spray there. Maybe the burst would have been a better solution. And that's actually giving up the AK as well. They're going to run straight by and get it.
I don't know why people play one and done spots like that against pistols, but anyway.
I mean, it's better than actually being inside A main, but...
You know what else is
in
better?
B main. What's that?
Being around the other side of that little aircon thingy and just ducking back and forth behind it and having the option to be able to fall back.
It's true.
That's pretty good.
However, bomb down on A for eUnited. At this point, the goal for complexity is to save the AK they've stolen. Both players tagged, but locking down B, and they should have a pretty good chance of holding on to this AK-47. And while eUnited are hunting, but Dazzler already walking over this way.
It's really big for them to hold it onto it though, Tim. Like, look at their money.
Yeah. I almost got excited about that spam with this gigantic box there that you can't shoot through, so not quite. Not quite. Looks like the AK will be saved for Android there.
I need to buy some of those boxes to put my stuff in, Tim. Do you reckon they'll mind if I take it off cash?
Do people often shoot your stuff with an AK-47?
Well,
is that a regular concern for you? Why do you need a box specifically that you can't spam through?
I'm glad you asked, Tim.
Should I be glad because there's an answer forthcoming, or are you just glad that I asked?
I don't know. I'm just happy when you take an interest in my life.
Ah.
Makes me feel warm inside.
I'll buy you a box sometime.
Nice. I'll buy you a drink sometime.
Wow. I feel like I got the better of this. The molly extinguished immediately, and eUnited fast up over Vent. But a lot of players very close mid here for them, and Ace going to get caught out. So too, Relics.
That's so on point, mate.
Almost puts a few bullets into Stanislaw walking back through that smoke, but does mean it's a very difficult task. Now, Moose spots at the one.
I would say just try to avoid Def, but in reality, he's carving you up in A main, then he goes mid and multi-frags you. You can't always be knowing where he's playing at. So, eUnited, fair go. You know, they're navigating their way through the forest. For the most part, they haven't stepped in any bear traps, but Def keeps moving them around, so...
I need like a Def alarm. As much as that sounds really ironic, because, you know, a Def alarm probably just vibrates or something. It doesn't actually make sound.
Probably like that sound frequency that...
only dogs can hear.
Yeah, wrecks your hearing aid or whatever, because you're deaf.
Oof, nice shot from Moose there. He's got this into a 1v2, and he's going to make it inside Squeaky as well. Unfortunately for him, Def has heard all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're about to get
Funnily
deft.
enough.
You're about to get deft.
Yeah. Turns out he wasn't deaf after all. Quite the opposite.
Haha, low-hanging fruit jokes. Love it. Either way, 2 guns up for complexity. Money's well established for eUnited, though. They'll have a bye for the next round or 2 here.
Yay! Competitive Counter-Strike. That's what I like to see.
Doing all right today?
Yeah.
You seem
Why?
really... I don't know. Complexity is certainly doing better now than they were earlier.
I just always get a bit flat when Complexity, or like a team like that, where I'm like, this should be a good game, and then it's just not. It's like, it's cool when Def is going to like go ham and win them gun rounds, but, you know, I don't know, Tim. Some people are fans of Counter-Strike because they love to see someone go ham and just win rounds by himself. I like a good old team performance. I'm old-fashioned. Oh my lord. Dapper.
Oh,
He's not going to expect Stanislaw here, though. He's just played himself, unfortunately.
And there's Stanislaw, the Mad Fragger. Stepping up very well indeed. Gets 2 for his team. A position that was so good for eUnited. They had so much info there. So much control.
The Def on the boost. Oh, well, nice to know you, eUnited.
It's been fun having you. Not sure how much more you're going to get done. 3v5, minute left, plenty of time. Couple smokes, couple flashbangs, couple molotovs to work with. Shazam not quite taking the shot in time, but Ace now certainly aware that he's there. Probably can't risk stepping into this angle.
Or can he? Maybe he's that good.
Ace is good. I've watched a lot of Ace. Not that good though. Stan's going to miss it. Shaz's going to miss the shot. There's Def striking from Moose.
Easy.
I actually thought he got that, but it was Ye from the other side of the door. Double up save through as well.
May as well have. Last round of the half here, Timothy.
You know how we said compLexity were doing better?
Yeah.
I'd just like to point out they're performing exactly the same as they did last map. Because they got 6 rounds on CT last map as well.
Okay.
So it's their T side, I think, that we need to be worrying about.
I guess
Not
so.
even worrying about, just
They were already
waiting for.
losing by that point, though.
That's true. That's true.
I didn't even feel like those rounds mattered. I felt like it was a matter of time until eUnited was going to win. Still feels like that, but at least Def's shooting everyone, and so they're winning some rounds. Stanislaus having a few things that he's doing too, which is good. But I mean, it's another one where Android and Shazam haven't really been doing a whole lot. Ye gets a kill or two every now and then that can be quite important, but that's not really enough when all of eUnited seems to be firing on all cylinders. I mean, Relics is 2 for 11. This is the first time I've seen him have a bad map since I've casted any of his games.
And he played really well last game as well. So Dazzle gets taken down by Android in mid, so that denies the presence there. Dapper is all the way over towards B, and Android's only just getting back over there. It's a very heavy A stack here, which is where the bomb is, so Dapper, pretty crucial draw here. Android is low, so if he can find this kill, which should be relatively easy doing, he can't. That's super crisp from Android. That would have pulled the player off of A over to B, surely, but with that, that's going to leave everyone here to fight this site, but Shazam's down. They have a really good idea of where Def's playing from. Moose going to be hot past the angle, jumping around like a bull, going to get behind Def as well. And that's easy as you like. Android now 1v2 with the AK-47 in hand for the final round of the half. Ace already posted up on the angle. It's 9-6. compLexity 6 rounds in a row on the T side, or 6 rounds on T side, 2 maps in a row. CT side, I meant to say, now they move into their T. While we have a second in halftime here, just like to tell those who might not have seen it yet on Twitter that, speaking of the mainstream, we know we were saying that MIBR Liquid was going to be a really good one. Zeus will be filling in for Twist due to some travel delays.
Unfortunate.
Coach Zeus. So, yeah, unlucky, but I still think that can be a good game. Maybe we should put... Yeah, put Yanko in. Just to make it fair. Yanko can sub out, like, if it's Twists on Liquid, then maybe, like, Cold. That'd be fun. Either way.
No, it wouldn't. I just want to see good Counter-Strike. No offense to the coaches.
Well, fine, Pilly. You can have your preferences.
I can have an opinion
now. Yeah, dude, you can have an opinion. It's almost like it's our job to have them.
Yeah.
compLexity going for a push into the A-bomb site where it's a retake setup. eUnited have lost the A-bomb site already before the bomb even goes down. But there's a quick plant from Cole. Good call from them. And eUnited are going to have to go for a full retake here. Dapper's already flanked all the way around, though. Def's ready for it, but not ready enough. 5-on-4 as the retake gets underway. compLexity, they're already going all the way around to try to deal with this flank. One player, Android, pushing all the way through on the flank. Dapper won't expect this at all, even if he gets rid of this player inside A main. Relics close in the bomb site, they're able to get one. Dapper does get the A main player. Shazam and Stan, though, getting involved. Stanislaw, lots of kills once again, but now 1 versus 1. Moose up against Shaz. He's got the HP to work with here. Moose not going to be able to do it, though. He's got the kit. Actually, no, he might. I think he might just get this across the line. Oh, my goodness. There was nothing in that, but Cole somehow pulled away.
How little he gets exploded on there by the bomb.
Yeah, he's running through the bomb and it's like, eh.
It's like, I have fallen over.
He stubbed his toe on a piece of C4.
How unfortunate. It's like a little firecracker.
Today, the C4 is made of water balloons.
It's just utter carnage, like terrorists and counter-terrorists shooting each other, and then the bomb is just a dud. The whole mission was just a meme.
Alternatively, we should make it into paintball mod. Everyone thinks they've got real guns, but it's all just paintball.
All a ruse.
It's all a prank. Relics has been spotted, I'm pretty sure. Actually, no.
Nope.
I don't think he was. I thought he might just have been, but...
Nah.
Now he's heard that flash. How long will he hold his fire for? Hate to see it. That's the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah, you might be like, wow, this Relics guy's an utter noob, but
That's such a hard
the
shot to hit,
P250
realistically.
accuracy at range is absolutely abysmal. It's one of the most inconsistent things in the game.
He's actually tracing the head perfectly there for the start
Like,
as well.
first bullet normally is already real bad at those kind of ranges and a bit further, but P250 amplifies that by like 3 times. It's the worst.
Yeah, that's one of the things they did when they changed it most recently. It does do a whole bunch of damage at range now. It'll one-dink someone without head armor at any range. Like, the range at which it no longer does over 100 damage to the unarmored head is longer than any single angle on any of the 7 maps in the competitive pool. So, essentially, it'll one-dink anyone at any range, but the trade-off is that the accuracy kind of sucks.
Yeah, the accuracy has always sucked, though.
It's true.
Just like me.
Not true.
We
love you, Pilly. Bonus round coming in for compLexity, keeping all of those SMGs, just the 1 AK up. And for eUnited, full M4s in hand, limited utility, no kits.
Yeah.
But they do have the better buy.
No, they don't.
In terms of firepower.
I guess so.
Plotting out Squeaky, they go. There's multiple players here to lock it down.
Dazzle, though. Ace, though. Relics, yeah.
I'm not able to close it out. Can I give you a tip for play-by-play casting, Pilly? We generally don't just say name though. It's not the most interesting way of doing it.
That was a fairly uninteresting round, Tim. They ran out Squeaky and they got wrecked.
I mean, you make a fair point. You make a fair point as much as you're a bit of a hater there, Pilly.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Tim. Just here for some good Counter-Strike, Tim.
We're getting it. This is entertaining.
And then they just buy full util and run out Squeaky Door and just, you know, it doesn't really get me going.
Gonna boost Dazzle up here on the Shroud boost. Hasn't made any noise just yet, so shouldn't know that he's up here. And throwing out a molly for Fork, but not committing out far enough yet.
Much slower one for Cole.
Well, for that last round, it makes sense for them to slow it down.
Yeah.
Everyone on Cole having a much better day, though.
Problem is that last round, the opponents didn't have a ton of grenades. So playing slow is worse in this round than it was last round, but oh well.
Spotted out Ace here, or throwing the grenade, but Shaz cops a dink. Chooses to get a grenade out. Ace does get spotted out making his way back up to the side, though, so they know that Highway is now clear.
Def's the only one with any util left, really, so compLexity are going to have to do something pretty simple to try to close this round out, or they're going to have to start getting some picks very quickly here. 2
smokes, 2 mollies, 2 flashes. Yay has just thrown all of his utility over towards B.
That Yam guy, he's not even on a team right now.
This is true.
Pretty rough.
But yeah, no util for Cole. 20 seconds. They're going to try and make their way out onto the A bomb site. Stan's trying to sell a fake over towards B, but there's no utility here. They've still got Dazzle boosted up on A. This should be a pretty easy close for him. There's one. Goes for a long spray. He's wasting time, but they will actually have time to get this bomb down. No. Ace is here and delaying so much. 5 seconds. This bomb's actually going to be planted. Somehow works out to be a 1 versus 3 for Cole. In the Scrabble. The Scramble. In the board game, they managed to make it work, and Android holds the angle. A round that I thought was done for sure, but that was very well played by compLexity.
Yeah, it's just because they had, I mean, they didn't have a whole lot of utility, but they had control of the whole map. All of eUnited were back behind their little counter-terrorist line where they all have to sit on the bomb sites and sit out of mid, which means that they have no information. So when Stanislaw goes over to B and he fires his AK-47 a lot and does the dance, they all freak out and try to rotate. They think the B hit's coming in, when in reality they're creeping out A and mid. Might seem like something that looks a bit silly when you look at the viewers, but you got to think what the CTs are seeing from their perspective and what they're thinking and what the communications are like.
That's true. There's a lot of info that we have that the players don't. So fair enough. eUnited now. Pistols, no armor, no util. Most likely compLexity making it 10 apiece.
Yay! Close one.
So enthusiastic.
I am enthusiastic. It's getting closer. compLexity are running a pretty nice T side. eUnited are playing pretty well. This is an exciting game. Just because I sound sarcastic doesn't mean I am, mate.
It's true. It's just the Australian.
Yeah. It's the inflection.
these kills, these rounds are actually being pretty competitive as well. It is just a pistol round here. Long and awkward duel for Android and Dapper, but...
Dapper always does that. He buys a P250 and then he just tries to be annoying. I don't think he even intends to kill anyone. Saw him the other day on Inferno, just ADing the fountain on Inferno on a headshot angle, and he got like 3 kills because no one could hit him.
Just make it into the site ahead of that smoke, but we'll get found out by Stanislaw. There's Relics, though, with a stolen AK-47 with a quick headshot. Back into a 2v2. This round has been so expensive, and he dodges the nade as well.
The moves.
The jukes, the plays. He's making it happen. Relics takes a lot of damage, though, and there's Android finding him through the smoke. Now on to Dazzle. Not sure how much he'll get done with the Deagle. He's given an opportunity, but yeah, he takes it. Still, though, very minimal investment for eUnited and 3 kills. Going to force a lot of rebuys out of the tees.
Which is going to make this round a fairly important one for both teams.
Certainly will. Both teams looking at having, well, pretty much no money. eUnited certainly in the worst situation, but compLexity, 3 players below $1,000. Everyone below 2.5. Crucially, everyone below the $2,700 mark, which is, you know, an AK. So we'll see how much they have. Was that a teammate, or did he get hit by Android through the smoke? Must have just been tagged by Android through the edge. compLexity, though, going to set up for, looks like with some mid-control here. Molly to deny the counter boost. Relic's not choosing to play there, instead sitting tucked back in the corner while Ace watches the boost for him.
I think this is the first time I've seen Ace have such a good game so far. It's going to be the crisscross smokes coming out mid, which is going to isolate Relics. He's going to have to go big, but he's burning, he is blind, he is dead.
Great utility usage from Cole to make that happen. These smokes isolates not only the Lyrics and Relics, but also the vent.
Just by grenades.
And use grenades. Excellent. Still, they are a little bit exposed now with those smokes fading if they do try and make the jump into vent, but they've got the 5 versus 4 compLexity. Dazzle's making a play into our main. Shaz is waiting for it, but yeah, Dazzle not ready for that one at all. Couldn't convert the frag. 3 versus 5. Cole just going to go straight into the A-bomb site now with all 5 players as Ye brings up the rear. Difficult retake for eUnited, and they're not even going to go for it, already saving over on B.
Yeah, another great round from compLexity, just a slow crawling map control. This time it actually gets them a pick, but you saw in the previous gun, even when it doesn't get them a pick, they are able to limit the amount of information that eUnited have, limit the amount of map control and aggressive pushes that eUnited can make to be able to leverage themselves an advantage. I mean, that's a crucial part of any good CT side on Cache is the aggression. You need to be able to push something. You need to be able to find an avenue. You need to be able to get kills because in the modern day, Cache is a CT side is a T-sided map rather.
We've certainly seen both teams do better on the T side here than they did on that CT. So for eUnited, unfortunately, they are going to round out the map on that CT defensive side. No more half swaps for them. So going to need to see them picking up the pace here a little bit. Tech pause. Hopefully won't be a particularly long one. Been a pretty good game so far on both sides though. 9-6 first half. Currently 11-10, so compLexity 5 rounds in this half to the 1 of eUnited. Everyone's looking backwards in spawn. And there's only 4 of them.
Where's my friend gone?
What a spook. What a spooker.
It's Halloween.
It is. How many times do you reckon we can make lame, really not well thought out spook jokes before everyone gets tired of it, if they're not already?
0.
Sweet. So they are already. Excellent.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you caught on to that one.
Well, hey, I did it. I'm so proud of myself. So compLexity so far are putting together a pretty well organized T side.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of taking map control off the other team and just holding onto all the extremities until the very late round. And they did a great job in both of those rounds. I mean, they resolved the rounds in some very, very no-nonsense, consistent ways to win rounds. In the other gun round, they take control of the whole map. Then they send Stanislaw into B to draw the rotations. The rotations were drawn, and the rest of his team goes at A and tries to get the 3-on-1 or the 3-on-2 on that bomb site and lock the other team out, which is what they do. Then in the next round, they run their sort of map control-y style. They get a kill with it, and then they hold all the extremities until the very late round, because when the CTs are in a disadvantageous situation on a map that's already T-sided, they're going to want to go make a push, make a play. They don't have much utility left. It's late into the round if they didn't already have very limited utility. They get punished for doing that. Shazam picks up the guy pushing A main, and from there it's a very simple one to win.
So what do you think the answer is for eUnited then? What's
They
the
need an
solution?
early pick. They need to get in the face of eUnited a little bit more, of compLexity a little bit more. But it can be difficult to do that when the other team is playing this sort of spread out defaulty style that's designed to sort of counter the aggression. So in reality, these eUnited boys, someone needs to, I mean, they've got a bit more utility, so they might want to see if they can try to win the late round this time around. But in reality, someone needs to get in the face of compLexity a little bit more. I'd probably say it's got to be Ace, because he's having the best performance at the moment. Where is young
he's picking
Ace?
A-main.
Okay, that's good.
There he is. Hanging out, having a good time.
So he's got the main control, which is more than they've had recently.
Dazzle's pushing in closer than MP9 while Ace covers it. So the bait and switch setup is established there. Android's making a play alone over on B, trying to draw out some of these players. There's Dazzle with the first, Ace with the second. That's exactly how that setup is supposed to work. Shaz gets the trade, but Ace still alive on A. 4 versus 3. Moves, spots up one over on B, but can't quite get that spray down. Dapper has pushed around, but Android's read that as well. 2 quick picks on B. Bomb site going to compLexity. Bomb going over there as well. Relics, MP9 in hand. Pretty much just going to have to hope he can jump out of heaven here and try and catch an off timing. He's going to go for exactly that. There's the bomb down. Gets the second kill too. Relics excellently done. Now Def, full HP, stuck in vents, and will get spotted out. But Relics all 3. That's a bit more of the Relics from last map.
Yeah. That looked like a really weird round because we didn't catch a lot of what was happening. But basically, it seemed like compLexity was really trying to sell the fact that they were going for a B hit there and trying to force the rotations out of eUnited while they made their way into A main and middle. But as you said, I mean, Ace and Dazzle take control of A main very early, which means that when compLexity try to get back in towards A main, they've already got CTs up in their business, and that causes compLexity to try to go back towards B, where they've already got a little bit of control. Well, in reality, it probably should have worked for them, but then Relics happened.
Yeah, that round probably played out backwards to the way they wanted it. I mean, the idea was fake B, probably lose a few players B, but you take A in the meantime. Instead, they lose players A.
Well, they only really sent Android in to check it, didn't they?
Oh, Ace on point today. That was nasty.
Better than I've ever seen him play, to be honest. He's looking so on point.
Well, I've been watching him for a while and watching his AWP accuracy and in occasional bits of pugs and whatnot that I've seen. And he's usually a pretty sharp player, but turning up now in Pro League and showing it as well, it's certainly good to see him playing like this. 26 and 13, 2 KD over compLexity while the scores are tied. Shazam going to find the better of him this time, but Ace did get 2 for the round, so his team should be able to close it from here.
That's where he's just a little bit too overconfident. You don't really need to be fighting for mid anymore at that point. Up in the 5-on-2, which is something we criticised compLexity for a little bit in the last half.
But now it's a small mistake.
I mean, Ye's been let through Z, which is one of the only ways that compLexity can win this round.
Ooh, Dapper's just going to check it though. I don't think he actually peeked out far enough. I'm not sure no one's turned around. He hasn't seen it. Dazzle now knows though. Jay's going to drop the molly on him, but Relics double dink as quick as you like. Shazam's going to find 1, but 17 seconds, needs 3 more to make this one work. And in the end, it's Dapper to close it out. 12 rounds for eUnited. They're going to grab AKs up as well and save an AWP through for Ace, who certainly has been using it well.
Indeed he has.
So quick.
It really is Ace that makes all the difference in that round, isn't it? Those early picks he gets. In the previous round as well, the A main control that he helps eUnited get is what helps them win the round. It was really Relics multi-fragging that closed everything down. I swear to God, every second game I watch eUnited, Dapper's PC crashes or he disconnects for some reason. Come on, boys. Buy him a better PC. He's in Pro League now.
Pistol rush into B, not going to do too much. There's actually a lot of dinks that have been exchanged, but there's the mop up. Moose and Dapper combined for all 5.
Do you reckon we put our paychecks together, Tim, we can buy Dapper a better computer so we don't have to wait through the tech pauses?
Probably not.
I can buy some peanuts.
I was going to make a joke about like packing peanuts so we could send it to him, but the actual nuts is probably equally as funny. Just here's a bag of nuts, buddy. Hope it helps your technical problems.
I mean, to give him something to eat while we wait.
Nah, we're back. Easy fix. Easy
He needs his nutrition. He's a growing boy.
Is he one of the younger players on their team? I'm actually not sure, but either way, compLexity now 2 rounds behind, but back into things with another gun round here. Full AK's out, no AWP for Shazam, decent utility.
He's definitely a young man. I mean, he's definitely, yeah, a young man.
The younger players in the lineup, but it's a lineup that's full of younger players.
Yeah.
Probably, I think Relix is the one who had the most experience that I know of outside of like this actual team, because the rest of them came up with the Rise Nation. I don't know where that comes from with Def.
Came from the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, and sent Relix to the Shadow Realm. Yeah, Relix have been around NA teams before, but I think most of these boys came out together on Rise Nation. Now, my knowledge of the NA scene is not as deep as it could be, so I'm probably wrong there, but they were definitely all together, or mostly together on Rise Nation before this.
I think it was like Ace and Moose definitely were, if not Dazzle as well. And then Dapper came from that other team.
Oh, yep.
And then Relix was on something.
Relix has been on a few teams before now.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll come to me later. Well, doesn't matter. For now, the AXQ coming in and Dazzle up on boost, holds his fire and manages to spray down 2. It's the power of that boost. He gets over the top. Apparently the call wasn't made. Dazzle with 4 very quick ones and swaps to the AK. On for the ace. Can't find it against Ye, but it's a 2v1. His team should be cleaning this up.
Yeah, 480 damage is a pretty good amount for Dazzle to be able to get into that round, and that's clearly a communication problem from compLexity.
Either that or they thought it came from Fork because they were both flashed. I'm not actually sure, but either way, there's the cleanup. Great work from Dazzle.
It's not acceptable though.
No.
At all, yeah. He can't get 4 without being checked, especially when it's like 15 seconds in between when he killed the first 2 and when he killed the second 2.
Wasn't quite that long.
Well,
maybe like 5 at best. But tactical timeout called for compLexity now. eUnited once again pulling away. 14 rounds on the board for them. Just 11 for compLexity. I say just 11. This map's a lot closer than the other one has been. But
I predicted something correct.
Hey. Whoa.
Oh, caster curse.
Exactly.
Here we go.
Chill out, bruh. Don't be doing that to them. Not sure what the money's like on compLexity, but
it's not good.
I don't think it's good. I don't
No,
see them buying pistols.
It's very not good.
Very not good. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, it's like 2, maybe 3 seconds.
You know what that is? That's probably one of the first 2 guys not calling it and raging because he saw status law. He goes out door and he's looking at Fork, and then he turns around right when Dazzle peeks out and is about to shoot him like a little bit late. So you could tell the guy didn't call it instantly. Who died? Yeah. That's a classic case of, oh my god, I can't believe he's shroud, by the way.
He's boosted, yeah,
he's boosted, by the way.
It's happened to me a lot of times. I know the feels. 3 grenades for compLexity, so probably hoping to stack those up, get a bit of damage going, but full guns up for eUnited. Should be 15 on the board here.
compLexity, they have the explodey grenades and the poofy grenades. No Bernie bottles though.
You really like your alternate names for utility, don't you?
You got to keep things creative, otherwise we get very bored over here.
Nah. I'm staying excited by some good counter. That's a great grenade. Def and Stan having a rough day.
I don't know. It was a pretty decent grenade. It was a much better catch though.
It's true. Good throw, great catch. Bomb and 3 players though over towards B. Dapper in a pretty good spot here to mow them all down. Moose there for the crossfire as well. Unless they throw both the grenades that they have into back check. He actually peeks out a little bit early.
Who needs a grenade when Android's just executing his primary function, which is headshots?
Dapper, I feel like maybe could have stayed down there, but doesn't matter because Moose is lining him up. And there's Ace with 2 as well to save him. So once again, the B hold is solid. In the end, the loss of Dapper is no consequence. They've got plenty of money to play with as well. And Cole.
Easy there. Tragic event.
Hey,
A young man has perished.
why you gotta do me like this?
Okay. Could be what is the last round. Although complexity's T side has been pretty darn good, so it's possible they can bring this back into OT.
Possible. Need 4 more though. Dazzle. Don't
Yeah,
get
and
too antsy here.
eUnited's money's pretty good. Like they can get maybe 1 or 2 more gun rounds in.
Before
So
having
maybe
to
like
save.
1 save out of these 4 max.
Should be only the 1. Ooh, yay. Almost forced out, but not quite. But Dapper will go in and check it. Great B main control. Double molly into checkers, flashing as well. Deep smokes of the trade can't come through, and eUnited have full control of this. Ace missing a shot, but it's a 4v3, and he's going to be able to get back. Dapper swings out of vent. Great control here from eUnited. compLexity now 2v4. Going to try and make a play into the A-bomb side, but getting flashed off. Ace with another, and Dazzle with the close. 16-11 in map number 2. Very well played indeed by eUnited, claiming, as you predicted, the 2-0 over compLexity.
Yay! I did something.
You were right. You did it.
This is clearly not the on-form compLexity that we would be necessarily hoping for. I can't say that it wasn't the one I was expecting. But yeah, I mean, it's the classic thing that, I mean, Kevin and I have talked about a couple of times, which is that I feel like eUnited takes these games a lot more seriously than some of the other people that are playing in the Pro League. And unfortunately, when you've got some more established sort of veterans, people like Def, who have been playing so many seasons of Pro League, Stanislaw, Shazam, maybe less so your Androids and your Yays, they kind of get a bit jaded with some of these Pro League games, and they might not try as hard to win them as maybe they have been playing in the major. I don't know. It's actually pretty important that compLexity was able to take this series if you look at the standings, and they haven't done it, which is going to directly affect their potential to go through to a premier event.
Well, this will move them to 4 wins, 8 losses. eUnited will go to 7 and 9. So
yeah.
EU are on the way back into things here.
It's not only that, like eUnited are going up to 7 and 9 or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And they're sort of going ahead of compLexity in the standings or whatever. But obviously, the people you're aiming to catch up to is Cloud9, who are 5 and 7 and are pretty likely to win more games in the Pro League the more that they sort of get things together. And the spot that you're aiming for is that 6th spot. You're not going to catch anyone 5 to 1. You want to be able to catch up to Cloud9, and you need to be able to 2-0 eUnited if you want to catch up to Cloud9 and give yourself an opportunity to go to another Premier tournament, and they haven't been able to do it. They haven't brought the intensity that they needed to this game, both either individually or in terms of their team, you know, sort of strategies and playing off each other and stuff like that. So very disappointing from compLexity. I'm a bit sad that we weren't able to see them at least make this one a little bit more competitive than I thought it might have been, except for maybe on the T side of Cache, I feel like is when they did most of their best work, the earlier parts of that, and maybe then some individual rounds from some of their players like Def on Cache or on Mirage. It was Stanislaw having a couple of key nice rounds, but yeah, apart from that, they just really didn't turn up, and eUnited did.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to, really. I mean, still well played. Credit where it's due. eUnited played very, very well indeed.
Yeah, they did.
Good to see that from them. And eUnited, we mentioned them. They came up through the Mountain Dew League, but I'm sure they're also on the way up playing in ESEA, which you can too. Go play in the premium matchmaking 128 tick servers. Matched against players at a similar rank to you. It doesn't exist in the ESEA rank low enough for me, which is why I'm not in there, because nobody would play against me. There is no one at my skill level. But I'm sure everyone else is a lot better than me, so you can go do that. Go play on ESEA, get better. Maybe you too can work your way into a spot like eUnited are playing against, like, I mean, when they're playing against Cole, they're playing against players that I'm sure they watched as they were coming up, against a name that's been around for forever. compLexity have had legendary teams as far back as 1.6. So I'm sure it's pretty cool for these guys to be coming out and playing against all these iconic brands when now they've made their way into Pro League.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, compLexity only recently sort of returning to similar sort of status as what it used to be. I would say they're still not even there, even after the sort of one run at the major. Apart from that, they haven't done really a whole lot. But yeah, definitely getting back into the swing of things. Definitely have the support staff and the organisation doing their best to try and provide an environment where they can foster a team to come back up to the heights that they used to be at. And unfortunately, at least in today's series, the team not really living up to those expectations. But hopefully they'll be able to recover and get back to playing that brand of Counter-Strike that we were also impressed by at the major.
Yeah, there's still more Pro League to be played here for compLexity, so a good chance for them to come back into things. But there's also still more Pro League here for us today. That's going to do it for our first series. We'll be right back after this break with our second series in First Cloud9.